Mike Jones Beats.
That will help you fully monetize your brand and events. Let's build you a channel that'll have you looking like a pro while streaming to Apple TV, Roku, Amazon, Fire TV, Samsung TV, and more. Visit us at www.netstarslive.online for more info. Netstars Live, making your streams come true. If they can't show you where they get their CMOS from, don't consume it.
Somebody already got kicked. Dope. Somebody already got kicked. Dope.
Say the wrong thing and get the bags. With the force of everything that I have. Say the wrong thing and get the bags. Oh, now you niggas salty and you mad. Niggas say the wrong thing and get thrown out the conversation. Throw up two fingers and tell them, please don't keep the drama away. Bye. Donate to the cause and hit the cash app. And if you ain't got it, them likes are free. Go and smash that. BBN, hit that with a hashtag. Sick with the content, come around and need a hazmat. Jack Frost, yeah, you dudes need to back off. You got the work around here, yeah, we all tip our hats off. Keep the same name, that's what you point for. But if you coming back in, put a 2.0. Big bags, and you asking what they heavy for. Foot and ass be going hella crazy with the petty wars. Good conversation, that's what we be really ready for. A conversation like being on the bottom of a heavy whore. Nah, why niggas be like that? Unsubscribe and tell them, yo, hey, I'll be right back. Say the wrong thing and get the bags. With the force of everything that I have. Say the wrong thing and get the bags. Oh, now you niggas salty and you mad. Niggas say the wrong thing and get the bags. With the force of everything that I have. Say the wrong thing and get the bags. Oh, now you niggas salty and you mad. Niggas say the wrong thing.
Yeah, bags. We just kicked that guy straight out the door. We don't got time for that. We hold those over here. Who the fuck is that dude? Hold on. Can we get bags in the chat? Y'all don't see it, but somebody got hit with bags. Can we get all the bags?
BBN, Jack Frost, what's up, party people? How's everybody doing? I hope everybody's having a beautiful day. Hey, yo, so, I wanna... Hold on. So, today, just so we could be clear, so, somebody said something, just so we could be clear. Ebro said a thing, and so, I want to discuss this thing that Ebro said because I went through something similar. Some similar bullshit. So I want to discuss the thing that happened that Ebro was talking about. But before we even get to that, I want to say something. Before we do anything, I want to say something. So there has been a takeoff of females proposing to men. And I just want to say something real quick. First of all, let's clap it up for those women. That's one. Let's clap it up for those women. I also want to say I actually have been proposed to before, so shout out to that shit. But there is this new thing with women, women proposing to men. And this is what I want to say. For everybody that's upset that this is happening, right? Let me fix the background. Y'all see the buildings, y'all see the buildings, y'all see the buildings. Boom. The sun. For everybody that's upset at this and talking shit about the men, I want to explain something. We are currently living in a society that you cannot show any masculinity. That if you show masculinity of any kind, it's considered to be toxic. We are currently also living in a society where if a man, listen, this is the truth, that if a man decides that he wants to be a man, he's going to get spoken down on and might get canceled. This is the society that we are currently living in, where anything that is considered, just a man being a man, you will get spoken down on. You might get canceled. Your platform might get destroyed. You're going to have all types of different problems because God is a woman. Women are great. And men ain't shit. We are currently living in that society. I just want to be clear on this. This is the society that we are currently living in. So while we have men, generally speaking, like we ain't shit, right? I am not complaining, by the way. I just want to explain this. But also, in addition to that, the women are also not supposed to propose. We're living in a topsy-turvy world. Men are not supposed to do men shit. So now that females are doing things that have been historically attributed to a man's job, please don't complain. We're also living in a society where they got this whole non-binary thing. I'm not getting into that. I don't know nothing about that. So that's not the conversation I'm trying to have. But we're also getting into we also live in a society where we have this non-binary thing. So with all of that being said, just clap it up for the women that's out there saying, fuck all of this bullshit. That's the man. I love them. However that fucking meme that been going around. And they just going out there and they proposing to their men. Shout out to that. I've actually been proposed to before. So, boom. With that being said, let's get to the show. Let's call out the drops from yesterday real quick. We got last night, I believe it was. Just want to call out the drops real quick and keep it pushing. Shout out to Rue Jones. Definitely appreciate you, my brother. You the man. Let's do roll call real quick and let's get to the show. This shit has just killed me. Like, you don't understand how... Okay, so real quick, I just want y'all to understand this. This is the weird shit that goes on with me. I said I give off this weird type of energy where even if I go up to a female, I spit a good... I'm saying something good. It's witty. It's nice. It's a good compliment. The energy that I send out make the woman think she has to like, I'm like... She gotta, I don't know. Like, even if she's interested in me, she gotta make me go the hardest way possible. And I get bored so quick. So if you try to just make me go the hard way for no reason, I'm gonna be like, you know what? I ain't got time for this shit. I'm dead serious. I'm not lying. I'm just telling you what it is. If you're just gonna make my life hard and difficult for no reason, I'm gonna be thinking, damn, if I get with her, this might still be, this might not go away. She just might be difficult. I don't know her. Anyway, shout out to Liberty Hazelton. How you doing today, my brother? He says, whoop. Who else we got up here? Shout out to BBNNETWORK. They put up good morning, say come in, take a seat, hit that like button. Can we all hit that like button now, please? He says, become a member, hit the link, join the green team. Join the green team. Join the green team at $10 a month. That's where it's at right $1.99, that's the entry. But $10 a month, that's where it's at. Do a $10 drop once a month automatically. Boom. With that being said, shout out to Tiandre Willis Sr. What up, Shells Price? Who else we got up in here? What up, Mind, Body, and Soul TV? Shout out to Black Cuddy. Salute to the Black Spades. I want to say something real quick. So, Ebro pointed out something about Charlamange Tha God. And this is coming from an individual. I'm speaking on this because I've received a couple of actual cease and desist, and I received a fake cease and desist before, just so we can be clear. You heard me right. I received a couple of actual cease and desist, and I received a fake cease and desist before. First, I'm going to talk about well, I don't want to talk about the thing I received cease and desist for, the real one, because it's way far in the past, and I'm not trying to bring that up, and that's not a thing. So I want to say this real quick. When you get a cease and desist, it's going to come from a lawyer, period. It's not going to come from the person that's complaining. It's not going to come from a fourth or fifth source. It's going to come from a lawyer. And when you hit them back, they're going to respond like that. Right? Just want to be clear on this. Anybody that's ever received the cease and desist, this is how you can know if you received a real one. Like, let's say you got a problem with me, right? And I text you and say, this is the lawyer sending me a cease and desist, told me to send it. That's not what's going to happen. All right. So, Charlamange Tha God, over the years, has said a lot of things that have been way overboard. I'm not going to say don't make sense, but been way overboard that he has been criticized for. He's spoken about people numerous times that have been terrible, whether it's true or not. He has spoken about people numerous times. Just one point that I want to bring up is when you had the DJ that used to keep getting caught with the transvestites, when you had him, Mr. C, and Mr. C kept getting caught with transvestites, Charlamange Tha God was dragging him. Mr. C never went and got a cease and desist. Never. As far as I know, I haven't heard of it. Have anybody else heard of it? I haven't. When we hear Charlamange Tha God going in on all of these other people, we don't hear about nobody sending him a cease and desist. I mean, I haven't heard about any of these times that he has just egregiously attacked people. And I haven't heard about a cease and desist, him receiving one, or one going out, or you know what I'm saying? People just argue with him online, but nobody sends a cease and desist. That's my point. There's been numerous other individuals that you could just go down the line on, I'm assuming. You understand what I'm saying? Nobody's ever sent Charlamange Tha God a cease and desist. This is not the first cease and desist Charlamange Tha God has sent out pertaining to this particular situation, just so we can be clear. That's all I'm going to say. I'm not going to go too much further into that. But Charlamange Tha God sends out cease and desist on this specific situation. I just want to be clear on that. And Ebro is saying that he's not playing fair. And I agree with Ebro. And I'm going to tell you why I agree with Ebro. A while back, probably a year and a half, maybe a year ago. Maybe a year and a half ago. I was having, not this summer that just passed. It could have been this summer that just passed or the summer before. I can't remember entirely. But there was a YouTube content creator. I'm not saying his name because this is not about him. So, I'm talking about this is fucked up that I got to talk like this. Not everybody on YouTube has to talk like this. This is fucked up. I have to talk like this. But I'm not talking about the YouTube content creator, so I'm not going to mention their name because this isn't about them. This is about the situation. I know I've just said that, but I know that don't matter. This is about the situation. So basically what happened was I had an individual that was bringing people on their channel talking about I was doing stuff to women, all types of different crazy stuff that is nowhere near the truth. Just lying. He called himself interviewing people that was basically just bringing people on his show so they could bash me, right? But check this out. Before he did that, what he did was he came onto the show over here. We was having a conversation about a thing. We were talking. He kept trying to change the conversation so we have to talk about the thing that he wants to talk about.
I asked him to stop doing it. He decided he didn't want to stop doing it. So I kicked him. You know what I'm saying? It's one thing to be in the chat talking about something other than what I'm talking about. I don't care about that. But it's another thing to be in the chat yelling my name out every 2 seconds. Jack, look at me, Jack, Jack, look at me. Why are you ignoring me for, Jack? I'm not important. Why can't you just answer my question, Jack? And you talking about something that we're not even talking about. You're trying to force me to change the conversation to the thing that you want to talk about. You're trying to disrupt my show. I don't go to your channel, so I don't do that. So I kicked him. As soon as I kick him, he goes and he makes a video on his platform talking about, yo, Jack Frost kicked me, talking whatever craziness he was talking. I never sent him a cease and desist. Then he brings some females on his show talking crazy about me. I never sent no cease and desist. And just so we could break down the situation with the females so y'all can know what happened, one of the females met up with me and was trying to, like, we were supposed to, I don't know what we were supposed to do, but she's not my type. I like women that are feminine. No disrespect to her, I'm not going at her. I'm just saying what it is. I like women that look feminine. I like if you got, like, real talk, if your hands and feet are bigger than mine, I'm probably not going to be interested. And we the same height, you understand what I'm saying? We the same height or shorter, and or you shorter than me and your hands and your feet are big as mine, I'm probably not going to be interested in you, baby girl. I'm just going to keep it a stack. It just ain't for me. You might be attractive, but I'm not getting into that. That's just not my aesthetics that I look for in a mate. That's what I'm saying. I'm looking for a nice, I'm looking for a female that looks different. You understand what I'm saying? In all fairness, I'm not trying to disrespect nobody. There are quite a few females that are extremely attractive that have bigger hands and feet than me. Most of them are in the NBA, WNBA, and they're also taller than me. So, in the other female, I'm not trying to get on her. I'm just saying she went on there saying that I was aggressive with her, and believe me, there's no way in the world I would have. Well, I was aggressive on trying to get away from her. I don't understand what her issue was. Anyway, so. The other female said that I was aggressive with her. I literally have video footage proving that I was at her house and she was creating a situation where if I've tried to leave her house, I would have had to push past her, possibly knocked her on the floor, possibly would have had to have gotten rough with her. And in that case, the police could have been called on me. I literally have it on tape. I've showed y'all before. So the point in which I'm trying to make is that this guy brought those people on his channel to just lie on me. I didn't send him no cease and desist. So then I had enough of him. Hold on, this is where it gets good. I had enough of him, right? So I know something about the dude, right? He claims a gang set. First of all, he a whole snitch. Just to put it out there, he a whole snitch. Nigga had to leave New York and pay niggas, so niggas don't come for him. That's a fact. This is not me. I'm just keeping it a fact. I could get heads, tell the story, but I'm not gonna. He a whole snitch. He snitched on niggas. He had to leave the hood. He had to move all the way out of New York City. He on the internet now. I'm not gonna tell y'all who he is. If you know, you know. I'm not gonna tell y'all who he is because I don't really care about going at the brother. This isn't about him. I just want to explain to y'all the type of people that have problems with me. So let me tell you what happened. So I know something about him. I know that the only reason why he was with the woman that he was with is because he had nowhere to live. Not nowhere to live like me living in a hotel. Nowhere to live because he had no money. Hold on, we getting to the good part. He had nowhere to live because he had no money. Alright? He had no money. He's a broke nigga. He had no money. He had nowhere to live. He had to get with a female that he didn't necessarily. Nah, I'm not questioning the young lady. I'm not questioning the young lady. I'm not saying that the young lady's unattractive or whatever like that. But I know that he's just with her because he needed a place to rest his head. So I call him out, and I call his wife out, and I call his wife fat and ugly. Now I don't think she's either one of these things. Just so we can be clear, she's the woman is not a bad looking woman at all. You understand what I'm saying? But you know when a nigga ashamed of his woman. You understand what I'm saying? You know when a woman is ashamed of his woman. Subsequently, he's recently got her pregnant. So, boom, he needed to prove me wrong. So, Jack Frost helping to repopulate the planet, even when he's not having sex with the woman. Anyway, so, hold on. Do you know that this guy sent me a fake cease and desist letter? This guy spent about a week, 2 weeks, talking crazy about me, teaming up with other people on the internet, talking crazy about me. And then the minute I said something about his wife, he went and sent me a fake cease and desist letter. Talking about he gonna get the lawyers on me. Then he faked like he came to New York City. Real talk. He faked and act like he came to New York City and said that I called the cops on him and I wouldn't come out of my house. And while he was doing this, I was on live at the laundromat up the block from where I live. What the fuck? So this is the type of time niggas is on. So this is the point that I want to make real quick. So check this out. Listen, this is my point I want to make real quick. You got dudes out here that they only want to fight when they think they're going to win. When they don't got no chance of winning, they doing everything else. This is another reason why I don't want to fight with niggas. Because that's the type of time people was on. When they think they could win, they all of this, they all of whatever. But once they figure out that they can't win. Oh, also, he never defended his wife, by the way. He never defended her. Like, hold on. How many of y'all in here married? First of all, how many women in here? How would y'all feel if somebody told your man or your husband that you was ugly and that you was like unattractive and your man and your husband didn't defend your honor? How would y'all feel? I'm just asking. Because he did not defend her honor at all. At all. Look, I don't want to beef with nobody, but once you start beefing with me, it's for life. I don't know what to tell you. I'm not going to make friends with somebody beefing with me. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to trust you. Just to be honest with you, I'm just not going to trust you. So Charlamange Tha God basically did something tantamount to that. What he does is he talks crazy about everybody, but then once somebody says something about him, he want to go call the fucking go get cease and desist on them. And yeah, somebody already put in the chat that he got a cease and desist on Charlamagne and Star, and that's what I said. No, it's not Hassan Campbell. Please stop trying to throw everything on that man. That man got enough stuff going on with him. I'm not beefing with Hassan Campbell. I have not beefed with Hassan Campbell. If somebody is thinking that I'm beefing with Hassan Campbell, they just lying to you. I did say something about Hassan Campbell a while back. I apologize. That was a little bit too much. But I am not beefing with Hassan Campbell at all. Zero. Shout out to that guy and his platform and everybody over there that enjoys the work that he does. I'm not jealous of anybody, so I don't really care about whatever anybody else is doing. Shout out to all of you niggas. So, this is the point I want to make real quick. Charlamange Tha God sent a cease and desist to Kwame Brown after he went on live air and talked all about Kwame Brown's fucking family. Let that sink in. That's the number one way I realized that a nigga don't got nothing that like, okay, so when I said something about this dude's wife, I even came back on live like 2 days later and said, yo, look, the guy's wife, she's not unattractive or whatever. I just said what I said because I knew he wasn't going to defend her. I came back on air 2 days later. I said what I said on a Friday. On a Sunday, I came out and said, yo, look, there's nothing wrong with that guy's wife. I apologize to her, not to him, but to her. And then she would have got pregnant by this guy, so she might not be the sharpest tool in the shed. But I apologize to him, to her, not to him. To her, I apologize. To him, I did not apologize. Then he can eat a dick. So he can eat a dick. But you see, I'm playing chess out here. And I already knew that he didn't care. He didn't, how do you say, he didn't look at his wife like she was an attractive woman. You understand what I'm saying? There's nothing wrong with her. His girlfriend or whoever she is to him. And there's nothing wrong with her. You understand what I'm saying? Like, real quick, I want to say this. If you laying with a woman, I swear to God, you better, I don't care what you think she look like, you better defend the way she look. You feel me? I don't care if you laying with her, you sleeping in her bed every night,
She paying the bills, any bills. I don't care if she's paying fucking $5 of the fucking bills. She paying any of the bills. Y'all a team like this, my nigga. You can't let nobody talk crazy about her without you coming out talking about she beautiful. You feel me? Forget all that other stuff. If you gotta defend your wife's beauty, period. I don't care. I don't care if you don't think she's attractive. You better treat her like she is. That's a fact. That's that real talk. That's some BAN shit. That's some bitch ass nigga shit. For real, for real. You gonna be laying down with this woman every night. She gonna be doing who knows what to your sexual parts. And what you doing is, when somebody say something about the way that she look, you talking about sending cease and desist, the first thing I'm gonna do is say, wait, hold on, stop everything. This is my wife. Boom. What are you talking about? She's beautiful. First thing that would have been coming out of my mouth. We not doing this. Somebody said something about my daughter. What did I do? What the fuck are you talking about? Wait, hold on. Hold on. They was talking about my daughter. What's the first thing I did when they start talking about my daughter? I said, nah, we is not doing this, homie. My daughter is beautiful. She don't got that many pictures up. I show this one mostly. My daughter is beautiful. What the fuck wrong with you? You're not going to talk about my kid. You is not, you talk about my woman. I ain't got one. So, I mean, shit, my woman, I don't know. This is her. I don't got one. You know what I'm saying? But the point in which I'm trying to make is he didn't even defend his wife. He defended his wife zero. But he wanted to try to send me a fake ass cease and desist. Then try to act like he was pulling up to my crib. Nigga, I know your medical history. You ain't fighting nobody. Alright? Just so we can be clear. I know your medical history. You're not fighting nobody. You talking crazy right now to a whole nother YouTube content creator. You're not pulling up on this dude. That dude with all the smoke on top of that. That dude, remember how it is to still be locked up. He with all the smoke. You ain't pulling up on him. Stop. That's not my business. I'm not involved in that. Do what you want to do. Pull up on him. But the point in which I'm trying to make is like, that's my daughter. If I had a wife and you said something that my wife, something about the way my wife looked. What? Hold on, baby. You gotta stop when you get out the shower. Just throw in the towel. What the fuck are you talking about? Come here. What? You know I love you. Come here. 1 second. All right. Hold on. She coming right now. That would have been my energy. You understand what I'm saying? That would have been my energy. Nigga sent me a cease and desist because I said his wife was unattractive. Could we have a vote real quick? What the hell do y'all think about that? How do you send a dude to cease and desist because they said that your wife is unattractive? You be like, oh man, we gotta shut this guy up. What the fuck? And just so we can be clear, she's not a bad looker. She's not. I just said that to get under his skin. But you see, I tell her. I come back off of my comments. I don't just say something that's not the truth and then don't explain later. So shout out to that shit. Yeah, dude ain't even defend his wife, man. Get the fuck out of here. I know this dude medical history. He ain't fighting nobody, man. Nigga might die. What up, Prince Tour, man? Nigga might die for real. Like, he ain't fighting nobody. Y'all better stay out of these streets trying to get into random fights and arguments with niggas. You're gonna get into a regular fight with a nigga, end up killing that nigga because he got all type of different medical issues you don't even know nothing about. Nigga, whole insides is rotten or some shit. You're gonna go get into a fight with him and it's a wrap. It's a wrap. Nigga drop dead. Next thing you know, you behind bars. They're gonna talk about assault and shit. Murder, fucking, I don't know. I mean, realistically speaking, the way you dudes talk on the internet, I'm gonna say something real quick. Realistically speaking, if any of you YouTube content creators end up killing another one of you YouTube content creators, y'all gonna probably get murder one, man. What up, P from Jersey? What up, William Summersville? What up, Tiandre Willis Sr.? Who else we got up in here? Y'all gonna probably get murder one, man. What up, OGK Network? What up, Rude? Don't nobody see them Dots Jones. What up, New York Silver Stacker? Yo, let's get some Henny drops going. Wait, it's too early for Henny drops. So let's get some hater drops going.
Let's get the vibe up. Let's get some hater drops going. So, real quick, as far as this Charlamagne Tha God thing go, who thinks Charlamagne Tha God on some BAN shit by doing that? Who think that's wrong? I think that's... my personal opinion is that that's wrong. I want to know what you guys' opinion is. What do you think about that? I'm curious. What do y'all think about that? I'm curious. What do y'all think about this whole Charlamagne Tha God sending out a cease and desist to a man that he disrespected? I think that's the point that I think people miss. He disrespected dude. You understand what I'm saying? What do y'all think about him sending out cease and desist on that? He invited dude to the conversation. And I want to be clear on something. They keep talking about his DNA didn't match. They never tested his DNA. Charlamagne Tha God's DNA was never tested. So it's not that his DNA didn't match. He was never tested. Period. It was never tested. The mother of the young lady, Jessica Reed, basically didn't allow for her daughter to go speak to the police. So they inhibited the investigation. So once the police saw that the mother didn't want to help with the investigation, that the family didn't want to help with the investigation, there's basically no complaining witness. There's no complaining witness. There's no victim. So since there's no victim, how could they have an investigation? So that they didn't even check they took the DNA, but they didn't test it. Mind, Body, and Soul says he talks about where first Tiandre Willis said he's dead wrong. Shells Price says, yeah, he's wrong for that. Mind, Body, and Soul TV says he talks about everybody. It's bogus for him to send out any cease and desist. Tiandre Willis Sr. says he doesn't mind turning up the heat on other people, but can't take the heat himself. I'm assuming he meant can't take the heat himself. This kind of makes me, not for nothing, this kind of makes me lean in Jessica Reed's direction a lot as far as this particular situation. Once again, I don't know, and I'm not saying that he did do these things that he's accused of. Just so we can be clear, I am not saying he did any of these things that he's accused of. I'm not saying that because I'm like, oh man, I don't want to cease and desist. I'm saying that because I'm literally, that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying that he did any of these things that he's accused of. But we do know that he picked a young lady up from a house. He took her to a party on a military base. Allegedly left her at the party. Like, who the hell picks up a 16-year-old and leaves a 16-year-old at a military base? Allegedly left her at the party with some friends after she was intoxicated, throwing up. So I don't know. It's however you want to deal with that. And these are his own words. He's saying that he left her. By the way, this is not me just, saying any old thing. He's saying that he left her. He's saying he wasn't there when the thing happened. He's saying he left her. Liberty says, Charla the fraud. Just so we can be clear, he's saying he left her. I'm not just making these things up out of thin air. He's saying that. So, he also admitted to being the one who gave her the alcohol. DSTN, I have no idea what you're talking about, but can you not talk about it right here in the middle of my show? And I've spoken to Vix, and Vix doesn't have an issue with me. So whatever you're talking about, I'm pretty sure that you are incorrectly speaking about whatever you're talking about. Please don't try to just disrupt my show. If you don't want to be a part of the BBN network no more, I believe that that's your choice. Period. Well, 100%. You're saying Vix something or other. I just want to show you something that Vix posted this morning, so I could just show you how incorrect you are on everything that you're basically probably just saying right now. Vix posted this 4 hours ago. That was this morning. So I don't know what you're saying Vix is upset about.
Get out of there, Cinema Sense. I don't know what you're saying Vix is upset about, and I don't know what you think you're talking about. But obviously, you are incorrect with whatever you're talking about. I'm going to get back to the show. Okay. Best wishes. Give me 1 second. I'm going to assume you're going. I'm going to assume you're going. Boom. Anyway, let's get back to the show. And I am going to do that. Alright, so Charlamange Tha God basically has been sending out cease and desist all over the place, right? So check this out. David Miller said, who knew Kwame Brown was funnier than Dave Chappelle? I don't think he's funnier than Dave Chappelle. I think he's funny though. So basically what happens is we have a situation where I'm laughing at a thing because somebody literally just told me that somebody is upset at me that I just spoke with, and they're not upset at me at all. So you have bad information that you're taking the wrong way. So take it whatever way you want to take it. With that being said, Charlamange Tha God is an individual who comes out, says all types of different things about other people, but he keeps doing cease and desist. Because somebody explain this to me. Can anybody explain this to me? Anyone? I'm all ears. Because somebody explain this situation to me. I'm all ears. I'm hoping to get in contact with somebody right now so I could just debunk something that was said. Real quick, I got a question for you. One quick question. I know you're busy. I know you at work. So the other day I was on the phone with one of my admins that said that I was yelling at them. Did you hear me yelling at all?
No, you wasn't yelling at all. I had pulled up and then I was sitting right there. You let her know that you was sitting in the car with someone. With myself, and then that was it. I just stepped out, stood right there while you was on the phone, because that was, you was conducting business.
And did I yell at all? Did you hear me yelling at all?
No, because my car, everything was on, so you wanted everything. You could hear everything, like you could hear you was on the car speakerphone, loud and clear.
Okay, so
and Brooklyn was in the car with us as well, so baby Tosh.
Okay, so the individual that said that I was yelling at them was incorrect, correct?
Yeah, he wasn't. Everybody was just talking at a regular place, and then
because that person has like because that person has people upset at me because they're telling everybody that I was yelling at them.
No, everybody was just talking loud. It wasn't yelling everything. Cause I was been like, why are you yelling? Because I don't like when I look at you like.
Now you see why. Now you see why I never want to talk to nobody unless I have a third person around.
Yeah, but even if you was out of line, I would have said something. I was sitting right there.
I appreciate you.
So I wouldn't, even when talking to a young lady, you wouldn't have been on any disrespectful. And you even know from the other day when we had events, so I don't take that lightly.
Now you see why I don't never want to talk to nobody unless I have witnesses. People wonder why I don't trust people. There's a reason why I don't trust people. There's a real good reason. Anyway, I'm gonna let you get back to work. I'm sorry about that.
Yeah, no, that's just fine. I was gonna meeting call, so I gotta I'll switch right back over, and I'll just talk to you in a second, okay?
All right.
All right. Appreciate it. Later.
Yeah. So please, when y'all see me and when y'all meet me, and I'm just not really trusting of people, there's a reason. Please don't be upset and angry at me. There's a reason. Like, it's a real good reason why I have real big trust issues. People actually do say stuff to me that is not the truth all the time, and then go spread the shit, and then I gotta live with it. Boom. And yes, 9 times out of 10, if you're on a conversation with me, I'm gonna try to have somebody in the conversation to listen, because I do not trust people. People say things that are not the truth all the time. With that being said, so for any admin that don't get what just happened, since somebody wanted to bring it into the chat, I'm going to explain real quick, and then we're going to get back to the conversation. I want to apologize for everybody that just had somebody bring something into the chat. I was on the telephone call with one of my admins. While we were speaking, the person kept telling me to stop yelling at them, but I was not yelling at them, so there was nothing I can do about that. I told the person that I had other people in the facility around. So it was not I'm secretly recording somebody or nothing. I told the person that I was with an individual. The person knew. The person got on the phone with me, started yelling at me, telling me I'm yelling at them. I'm saying I'm not yelling at you, because I wasn't yelling at you. I have actual proof. So for everybody that's mad at me because that person told you I yelled at them, I didn't yell at them. That's a fact. You could do with it whatever you want to do with it. It is what it is. I don't expect for people to treat me fairly. I always expect for people to lie. I expect for people to cheat. And I expect for 90% of the people that I come into contact with to try to destroy me. I'm just going to keep it a stack. That's what I expect. So it's okay. With that being said, let's get back to the conversation. Charlamange Tha God has said some really, really, really incendiary things about people. I don't remember hearing anybody send him a cease and desist. What up, Mark Hernandez? I don't remember no one sending him a cease and desist. No one. No one. I don't remember no one sending him cease and desist. And for anybody that's thinking that me and Vix has an issue, which we don't, today, 6 o'clock in the morning, Vix is sharing BBN stuff. We do not have an issue. I don't want to show everything that she wrote. We don't have an issue. So there is no thing. If you feel a way about whatever the hell that happened, that's a you thing. That's not a me thing. I didn't do anything wrong. With that being said, so Charlamange Tha God, which point Shell's price? Which point are you talking about, Shells? Just so we can be clear. And just so everybody can also be clear, I'll be open about this. I was having a crisis. I was just going through something, mentally going through something. So I wanted to be by myself, and that's what I apologized about the other day.
because I should have let the people who care about my safety know that I was okay, but I didn't. So now they're mad at me because I didn't tell them that I was okay. So them being mad at me because I didn't tell them that I was okay, that's what all of this is about. So they turned something that was just terrible to me and made it about them. So shout out to you. That's all I can say. You made my tragedy in my life, you made the thing that was happening to me about you. And now you want to be mad at me because you made it about you. But I get it. I'm always wrong and everybody else is always right, and Jack ain't shit. I get it. It's okay though. What the fuck could I do about that? Anyway, I think, just so we can be clear, I think a lot of this stuff that's happening to Charlamagne, I think this also has to deal with, I think a lot of this has to deal, I think people are coming for him the way that they're coming for him because there's people that's been waiting. I believe that Charlamange Tha God has had numerous people waiting to come for him. Period. Waiting. That's what I believe. Because of the whole him and Joe Budden beefing. So I think he has people waiting to come for him. When you're on the top, you're always going to have people coming for you. That's another reason why you have to keep your grass low. That's another reason why you have to keep your grass low. I don't know no other way to say that. You're always going to have people coming for you. You have to make sure that anybody that is around you is trustworthy. You got to make sure that the people that are around you don't make it. Like, put it like this. If you don't think Chris Brown goes through situations, if you don't think Eddie Murphy's went through situations in their life, if you don't think that name rapper, insert celebrity, has went through a situation in their life where it tested the people that was around them, then I don't know what to tell you. And that's why you have certain people that they made it and they'll tell you the only reason I wouldn't have been able to make it without my team. Period. It's a fact. So you got to get people around you that works in a certain manner. Now with particular Charlamagne's situation, just so we can be clear, Charlamagne goes on the air, he talks crazy about whoever he could get hands on, right? Whoever he could get information on, has funny jokes. Wasn't he talking about the Birdman? Didn't he go at Birdman and Lil Wayne for kissing? He used to go at Birdman and Lil Wayne for kissing all the time, didn't he? Or am I wrong? Didn't he go at Birdman for some other shit, and that's why Birdman came on the show and told him they better stop playing with his name? I didn't see no cease and desist. I didn't see Birdman. I don't know about, did Birdman send him a cease and desist? Because I don't know about that happening. I don't know about Birdman sending him a cease and desist. Just so we can be clear. I don't know about that happening. I don't know about that happening. Does anybody else? Because he was basically calling Birdman gay, right? See, that's the problem when you do anything similar to what I do. That's the problem. I'm going to explain. There's been times that I've reported on what up, BQ Mommy? Everybody say what's up to my sister-in-law. There's periods of times where I've reported on something and I'd be like, oh man, I don't really think I should tell y'all this. And I tell y'all a little bit of whatever the thing is, right? And it's bad. It's in a bad light for the individual that we're speaking on. Right? I'll give you an example of something that we make jokes about over here all the time. Young Buckarella. We make jokes about him all the time. Right? But Young Buckarella isn't going to send me a fucking cease and desist. it's pretty obvious I'm just making jokes. I don't know if the guy's really out there banging banging transvestites. I don't even care if he is. I'm just making fun of him because if he keeps getting caught with them, but he says he's straight. So that's what the joke is for me. I don't think it's funny if he's having sex with gay people. I don't really care. I don't really care if a man has sex with another man. I don't really care if a woman has sex with another woman. That's all on you. I don't really give a hell. What the fuck? But the fact that he keeps coming out and saying that he's not doing these things and keep getting caught in the act of quite possibly having done these things, that makes it something that I can joke about. If Young Buck was to send me a cease and desist, I would be completely surprised. First, that he's seen the channel, and second, what? But Charlamange Tha God sends a cease and desist. Why? Because Charlamange Tha God doesn't want people calling him a rapist, which he shouldn't. I think people should start sending Charlamange Tha God cease and desist. I think that whenever Charlamange Tha God step out of line and says the thing that he should not say, rewords it the wrong way, incorrectly, whatever the case is, I think people should start sending him cease and desist. Not because I'm mad at him, but for what's good for the goose is good for the gander. I started the show off by telling you about a dude that sent a cease and desist to me because I said that his wife was unattractive. It was a fake cease and desist, just so we could be clear. I said his wife was unattractive. And I only said that to prove that he didn't think she was attractive himself, because he never came to her defense. I think you said something earlier that is a reason for me not to read none of your comments. Let me just make sure. Yep, you said something earlier that's a reason for me to never read any of your comments. P from Jersey said, unfortunately, Frost, people need to realize if they're going to pull out skeletons, secrets, and histories from other people's closet, they have to be prepared for the repercussions that come back. I 100% agree with you. Also, P from Jersey, do you remember when that YouTube content creator, and I was talking about that dude's wife and he sent the cease? Who remember when I was talking about that dude's wife and they sent the cease and desist? I'm just curious. Don't say who it was. I'm just curious if you remember. Yeah, I think that, okay, so this is what I think in general, right? I think that this new age of the internet, you can't expect to be have any celebrity status and have a personal life. I think that this new level of the internet that we live in currently, you cannot expect to have a personal life at all, period. If you want to be a person of note, if you want to be a celebrity, if you want to be an influencer, you can't expect to have a personal life at all. You just can't expect it. It's not going to happen. And I think that that's the fight that individuals have to realize is going on. That's why whenever anything comes up with me, I just tell you the truth and keep it pushing. I don't think you can expect to have a personal life nowadays. I just don't think it's something that you could expect. Period. It's just not going to happen. Part of being a celebrity nowadays is opening up your doors. So I want to just say real quick, y'all might as well thank the Love and Hip Hop. And then basically thank, not even Love and Hip Hop, pardon me, Real World. Thank the Real World. Thank MTV, the Real World. That was the first, that was the inauguration into people not having personal lives and being individuals of note. That was the inauguration. I mean, there was shows before that, don't get it wrong, but that was the big coronation. That's the way to put it. That was the coronation. That was the show. That's the show that started all of this that we're going through right now. That's the show that enabled reality television. Period. So all of this stuff that's going on, realize that if you want to be a person of note, a celebrity, if you want to make your money in the public eye, that's the type of time you got to be on. Period. You have to be with and have the understanding that you have no privacy. That the act of having privacy is literally going to cause your it'll stall your career more than having all of your bullshit out there in the open. It's going to stall your career. So you have to be in a way in which you can disseminate to the public the things you want the public to know, that keeps them full but hungry for more. I'll give you a perfect example. I'm only going to mention Tekashi because some idiot came in here and was like, what's your obsession with Tekashi? So I'm going to mention Tekashi when I use this example. Check this out. When Tekashi first came out, he was showing everywhere where he lived and everything else, right? Remember? Tekashi first came out, he was showing people where he lived. I think he had a song that had his address in it, all types of other kind of crazinesses, right? Shout out to all that. What he didn't know at that point is that he was allowing too much information to go out. I think that's partly what caused some of the issues that he had with other rappers. You know, he was allowing so much information to go out about him that other people became, some people became jealous. Other people just, the more you know about somebody, sometimes familiarity breeds contempt. So that's kind of what he was going through at that point in time. Right now, fast forward to what's going on with Tekashi now. Tekashi's whole life has basically been exposed. Now, he doesn't have to tell you about his personal life no more. Now, all you got to do is know who he's dating and where he's staying, and that's it. You don't need to know no more. People feel like they know everything about him already. People feel like everything that you can know about Tekashi, basically, we already know it. Now they're ready to experience his life with him. And I think that that's something that social media does. It allows for a person to decide who the individuals is that they want to experience their life with them. Who do you want to live vicariously through? One of the main reasons why Joe Budden is still popping to this day is because of his reality television show prowess. Period. Because of Joe Budden's reality television prowess, what he allowed to happen was he allows for him his image, it allowed for him to be built up to a point where now Joe Budden could write his own checks. At least he could at one point, because he was a known commodity. Nobody asks Joe Budden about Sin Santana no more. Nobody. How quickly did people forget that Joe Budden and Sin was a thing? You understand what I'm saying? That's because we already knew everything about Joe. So now people aren't trying to find out more about Joe. What people are trying to do is live vicariously through Joe. And that's another reason why his podcast works so well. Because you can watch his podcast and feel like those are the things that you're saying. You understand what I'm saying? Those are the feelings that you have. So that's what social media is doing for people. Why do you think these females that do the shout out to them also, but you think of the women that do the body shaping stuff and all of this, why do you think their pages blow? Because there are a ton of people that they're actually helping stay in shape and things as such. Don't get this confused. But there are also a ton of people, whether these individuals are or aren't in shape, that want to live vicariously through them. So they should blow. They should do well. And that's what it is. So when Charlamange Tha God sends out that cease and desist, Because he doesn't want to be called a rapist. Because who the fuck want to live vicariously through somebody being called a rapist? At that point, it's what you believe and what you don't. That's why I keep trying to tell people. There's a lot of YouTube content creators that if some of these dudes really get to that bag, that there's a lot of dudes that's going to be sued into oblivion. Like, there's a lot of people on YouTube right now that's going to have lawsuits that's just going to, it's going to destroy their lives, their kids' lives, everybody's lives around them. Because the lawsuits are so easily won. It's like, first of all, at the point that, you know, if somebody decides to sue some of these people and the video been up for 3 or 4 years, you can't even take the video down at that point. The damage has already been done. I'm just telling you what it is. The video's already been up 3 or 4 years. Even after you go speak to the lawyer and you go speak to the judge and you say, yo, look, this person has costed me this amount of income. This person has costed me this amount of this, that amount of that. Like, people's lives are really going to be destroyed, and they're going to be thinking, oh, but it wasn't nothing. I was just saying this, or I was just saying that. And then I'm going to tell you what, real quick, I'm going to put everybody on the game. Pretty soon, there's going to be RICOs going against people for social media bullying. I'm telling you this. And it's going to be pretty soon. Give it a couple of years. And there's going to be people that's going to be getting sued all the way back to 4 and 5 years before now. All there needs to be is one case that makes precedence. That's it. One case that goes to court and wins. And then what's going to happen is you're going to see a whole bunch of lawyers reaching out and talking to social media people. Yo, we seen that there's people, we think that you should sue them. We got this, we got this, we got this, we got this, we got this. It's a done deal. Boom. And there's going to be lawyers searching the internet to find shit that people are saying about specific parties, grouping those fucking things together, and then going to get that bag. And you're going to have individuals that, because remember, listen, you're going to be like, yo, they can't sue me. I don't got 10,000. But you know what you do? You have future earnings. You have future earnings. You don't have to have $10,000 now. You don't got to have $100,000 now. But if you owe me $100,000 and that court said that you got to pay me $500 a month, if you owe me $60,000 and that court say you got to pay me $500 a month, do you got that extra $500? You got that extra $1,000 coming out your pocket? I mean, you could just go do time. You could do that also. I'm just saying. And for everybody that's saying that you could win and not have to pay, Tierra Marie, I think that's how you say her name. 50 sued. She sued 50. She lost. 50 sued her back for 50% of all of the money he had to spend in court. He won that. She hasn't paid him. Now 50 is going to court to make sure that they garnish, they take the money from her. If you need another example, The Game. The Game allegedly did something to a female. That female took him to court. The Game decided he wasn't going to show up. When the Game decided not to show up, what happened? What happened? There was a default judgment put in. Now the Game is getting the monies that he was supposed to make from albums given directly to her in the act of $7 million. In the amount of $7 million. So these are just things to be mindful of. So when Charlamagne sends out that cease and desist, I don't think he's playing fair. Period. But I kind of get what I think the problem is. I don't think he's playing fair, though. To me, he's 100% not playing fair. What up, Brooklyn? Everybody say what's up to my brother, Brooklyn Banger. He's 100% not playing fair. Just so we can be clear. 100%. But I understand what he's doing. And I know why it's done. Okay. You meant Prodigy Prince to Amir? Sorry about that. We about to get out of here. I need to text somebody real quick. Well, I don't know if we're about to get out of here. I need to text somebody real quick. Shout out to King Slayer with the $4.99 drop. Def with the $5 drop. What did the 5 fingers say to the face? That shit is crazy though. I want to say something real quick, and I'm gonna tell you something real quick. When you do social media, niggas just be believing anything. Like, niggas will just believe anything. Like, somebody could say anything about me, and people will just believe it off of the script of the face. Even if I got witnesses. I got literal witnesses. Hold on. I got witnesses. I'll have witnesses, and they'll still not believe that. Even if I have witnesses, they'll say, "Well, okay, you might be right about that," and then they'll just bring up other things to make it so I gotta be wrong about something. Even when I got witnesses, I literally got witnesses that I did not yell at that young lady. I literally got witnesses that I did not yet. Witnesses! I got witnesses! I don't know what to tell you, man. I really don't know what to tell you, man. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. Ah, man. I got literal witnesses. Witnesses. Like, what the fuck, man? I just be around the wrong type of people, man. That's all I could. I gotta just assume I just be around the wrong type of people. That's all I could assume. I'm talking to the wrong type of people. I'm around the wrong type of people. I'm spending time with the wrong type of people. I'm engaging with the wrong type of people. That's all I could assume. I got literal witnesses. Anyway, we're gonna get up out of here. A couple of things I want to get to, and I want to get to some other type of work. So we're gonna get up out of here. This shit is crazy though. I got literal witnesses. This shit is crazy. Like, even if I got witnesses, that's not good enough. Like, even if I have witnesses, you know what? I'm not having a conversation with nobody. You know what? Star is 100% right. I'm not talking to nobody else no more unless I'm... From now on, I'm recording all conversations. That's it. That's it. That's all I can tell you. Because this shit is retarded. This shit is retarded. This shit is fucking bananas. I don't know what to tell. I don't know what to tell you. I literally don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. literal witnesses. Witnesses. With that being said, I'm gonna let y'all go. Just shout out to King Slade with the $4.99 drop. Everybody, I appreciate you, Prince Tuamir. No, I get it. I appreciate it. I all I know is this: whenever somebody gets upset at me, they go to every single person that they can find and try to get them to pick sides. That's all I know. I don't know nothing else. That's it. That's all I know. So I assume that everybody is against me. Shout out to Anna. Shout out to Anna. I can't see your whole name. I'm not gonna lie to you. I just assume everybody's against me. Because all you need is for one person to say something negative about me, and you're gonna be right, and people are gonna be right on it. So I just assume everybody's against me. Shout out to Anna Sanchez with the $50 drop. Definitely appreciate you, baby girl. Anna Sanchez popping bottles over here. So I just assume everybody's against me, man. It was all people need is for one person to say something, and it don't even gotta be true. It could just be a lie. It could just be a lie. That's it. And then as soon as somebody tells a lie on me, everybody believe. A ton of people believe it. So I just be assuming everybody's against me. Definitely appreciate you, Anna Sanchez. Shout out to King Slayer with the $4.99 drop. And shout out to Anna Sanchez with the $50 drop. Popping bottles. Appreciate you. Yeah, I just assume everybody's saying this is real talk. I'm not joking. I'm not playing. This is not a game. I assume everybody is just against me. Because all somebody got to do is say anything about me, and people just jump on board. No proof, no nothing. Like, this is a fucked up way to live, man. I don't know what to tell you. This is a fucked up way to live, man. It is what it is, though. Shout out to that shit. Anyway, I'm going to let y'all go. Everybody enjoy y'all day. I want everybody to go out there. Just be prosperous, man. I don't know what to tell you. Just be prosperous. Positive things is happening out there in the world. Let's try to be a part of it. You understand what I'm saying? Positive things is happening in the world. Let's just be a part of it. Let's just be a part of it. Positive things is happening in the world. With that being said, let's bring something home for our loved ones today. It don't matter what it is. Let's just show the people that we care about, that's in our life, that we care about them. And for anybody that meets me, and I want to say this because I know sometimes people meet me and they wonder why I don't have like the energy that they would assume I'm gonna have. You have to understand, I get betrayed about 3 or 4 times a week. So a week, about 3 or 4 times, maybe 2 or 3 times a week, I get betrayed. So please be please be a little bit cautious with me, because I'm not real good with trusting people. I just think that I'm bad at finding people worth trusting. That's what I think it is. I think that I just want everybody to win, and I want positive things all the time. So I think that I just trust the wrong people. So I don't know sometimes if I could trust my gauge when it comes to human beings. I think I just be wrong more times than I'm right. I just think that I think I'm just wrong more times than I'm right. That's it. With that being said, I'm going to get up out of here. Everybody, please just go do some good in the world today. Make something positive happen. Let's go try to encourage prosperity in others. And let's go try to encourage strength in others. With that being said, like, comment, subscribe. Join the notification gang. #Bronx Bombers. Let's get it. I love y'all. Take care of each other. Hug the kids for me. I haven't forgotten about you. And that's all I got on this one.